Your Excellency, the State President, Ngwazi Professor Bingu Mutharika, the First Lady, Madam Calista Mutharika, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, once again, good evening. I hope you're enjoying the event tonight. My name is Jipilom Tumodzi, and my colleague.
I'm Linda Jome. Tonight, Your Excellency, the First Lady, ladies and gentlemen, the next award goes to someone who has demonstrated true love for Africans.
Your Excellency, the First Lady, ladies and gentlemen, congenital heart problems, as encountered in Africa, are much different from those in the West, and the use of modern techniques to address these problems.
Just as you have always advised, Your Excellency, that we need to dream in color, the next award, Your Excellency, goes to someone who had a dream, and he dreamt in color. He dreamt of nothing else but to save African children.
Your Excellency, the State President, the First Lady, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to invite Mr. Phil Molefe to introduce this great man.
A big hand for Mr. Molefe, please.
Mr. Molefe is a renowned broadcaster, currently the Deputy Director General for South African Broadcasting Corporation, SABC, and is responsible for news and current affairs.
Thank you. My friend and colleague spoke just a few minutes ago, and I am glad that you indulged him as president of the Southern African Broadcasting Association to speak long. I suppose as the vice president of the Commonwealth Broadcasting Association, you allow me to speak even much longer. Your Excellency, the State President of the Republic of Malawi, Ngwazi Professor Bingu Mutharika, the First Lady, Madam Calista Mutharika, members of the Cabinet, government ministers, distinguished guests from far and near, thank you very much indeed for the opportunity to be part of this prestigious event. I would also like to thank the Director General of MBC, Mr. Bright Malopa, for inviting me to come here. In fact, I came for two reasons also. One, to address an occasion where in the audience there is the President of the country, but not only is he President of the country, but also the chairman of other presidents of Africa. The second reason I came was really to meet a good brother and friend who is in the audience this evening, the president of the Calvary Family International Ministries, Apostle Dr. Madali Zombewe. Through him, we have developed a very close relationship, one that has strengthened the bond between Malawi and South Africa. Your Excellency, this day to me marks yet another important milestone in the history of this warm and friendly African nation. It reminds me, if I may divert to set the context, of the story of the legendary Lexin Kaira, a Malawian who in 1958, at the tender age of 17, walked on foot from his native village of Mpale to North Africa and later flew to the United States of America in search of education. After 2 long years walking through the African jungle and often succumbing to chronic illnesses, Lexin Kaira, who in his own words was, I quote, born in one of the poorest families that God ever created since the beginning of time, end quote. Finally walked through the gates of the Skagit Valley College in Washington, where he later obtained a BA degree, and that was one of many degrees that followed, and also ending up with a PhD from the University of Cambridge. Now, tonight, Your Excellency, our people, our pride, builds on this rich legacy by celebrating men and women who give the spirit of human determination and achievement an expression. And that is why tonight we celebrate men and women who have made an outstanding contribution to their fellow men. Our celebrated awardee tonight would have chosen to go to commercial and make a fortune. The world was and still is at his feet. He could have chosen to make the feared judgment and say the case that was presented before him was hopeless. This man saw a challenge, made it an opportunity, and decided to do a complex heart surgery and save a girl's life. His patient, a young, terminally ill Malawian girl, left the entire nation on tenterhooks, teetering on the very edge of their seats, waiting for what would happen next. Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, this is the story of a living miracle that was performed in a Johannesburg clinic in South Africa. Let's have a look at the clip.